Hi guys, welcome along to episode 5 of the Friends of Football podcast. My name is Elijah Oko and I'm really happy with the progress that we are making. This is episode 5 and remember we're doing it for the fans and we appreciate the support that you give us. And I'm alongside the 3 of the usual suspects and I'm going to let them to introduce themselves.
Ray Torres.
Imran Otieno.
Good.
Guys, it's been a very exciting week. We have managed to see some really good. We have managed to hear some really good news in football. We've heard of Leeds returning to the Premier League. We're going to discuss about that. We have heard of Real Madrid winning their 34th La Liga title, which is really it was a good way to win the 34th title, considering they were behind Barcelona before the pandemic. Amazing stuff by Zinedine Zidane. We're going to give him the credit that he deserves. And also we're going to talk about the big news in Kenyan football, that is FKF securing a 5-year deal with BetKing worth 1.2 billion shillings for the next 5 years. Oh my, what a story. It caught many by surprise, but it's good for Kenyan football if it's legit. We're going to talk about that. So gentlemen, let's start with the big story. The big story, as I've mentioned, is FKF securing a 5-year deal with BetKing. 1.2 billion shillings. Man, 1.2 billion. Oh, that's a huge number, man. This is Kenyan football we're talking about. We've secured a 1.2 billion shilling. I'm happy to put it into context. The first KPL deal that was signed with Tusker was worth $1.96 million, and it was signed for. It was a 3-year deal, if I'm not wrong. So if you divide by 3, you get maybe, was it 50 or 60? Yeah, 60. I think it's around 60 million shillings a year. So you get the sense, and FKF are going to get 220 million shillings in the first year, which is going to increase by 5% in the next year, and then 10% in subsequent years. So, what do you guys think about the deal? I'm really happy.
So Manu ndo nafanza hii.
Okay, Manu na
endo mfano ni local.
Manu na FKF inaingilia. But anyway, I'll go fast. Unajua next season pia tunakuwa fast. So acha nianze. But anyway, it's a good deal, better than nothing. But if you look at the breakdown, it's still far from good. It's good. It's good from far. It's far from good, but good from far. Because ukiangalia the breakdown of the deal, the team gets 8 million a year annually, and 8 million it doesn't cover much. But as I said, it's a good start. At least sasa teams they'll be honoring games. Last season tuliona team mob sana, so ni akina Ray.
Wanazabai basi.
Hapana, basi tulikataa basi. Tulifunga hiyo discussion. But anyway, it's a good start for teams. At least ukianza season na 8 million, it's a good start, because ukiangalia hata the previous seasons champions used to get 4 million. So 8 million is good. The tournaments that are also coming, which Eli will discuss later, the tournaments are also good. Najua Eli atanipinga, but anyway. Yeah, so 8 million.
However, you know, there's this notion that 8 million is little money. But let's be honest, man. It's not the work of the league to look for funds for the clubs. The clubs also need to look for funds for themselves through gate collection, through other sponsorship deals. So this 8 million is good, but it's absolutely not even good. It's very good. It's a good amount of money. At least the teams will be able to go for will be able to honor their fixtures. Yeah. But they also need to do more for themselves. Wasi complain at hii pesa ni kidogo.
But okay, you see, as much as teams need to look for their own revenue, also, like, if you look at other leagues, I don't want to compare the level of competition between KPL and EPL, but if you look at EPL, the league still gives teams a certain amount of money, either in terms of broadcast or in terms of maybe like the participation and everything. So leagues yet it should just honor, like, give out the fixtures and everything and organize the league. Pia inafaa kupatia hizi teams do. As much as teams need to look for money, the teams also need to get money.
Hiyo sponsorship ni poa. At least league itakuwa na do. So for me hapo good work.
At least player watalipwa.
Yeah, tutaenda games.
nini.
Yeah, so at least ita cover games. Kama sort tumia differently. Sio important kujua Kenya kila club itatumia hiyo 8 million, but it's good for football. At least it's a step forward. So I'm happy when you nick hapo. Good work. Yeah.
So mimi nataka tu kuuliza swali. Kuna 18 teams kwa KPL. So
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So 8 million to go 18 ways is 144 million.
Yes.
Ndio.
Yeah.
Umesema amepewa 1.2 billion, si ndio? I'm not a mathematician, lakini tukigawa hiyo do anasema 800 million ya ku run league.
8 million?
5 years.
5 years.
It's 5 years.
Okay.
But one season is 220. So that 144 you minus it from 220.
Yeah.
The balance now will be for operational cost.
Miscellaneous.
There's a license fee. There's a license fee that needs to be paid also.
No, hii ni miscellaneous. Na pale pale accounting.
There's a license fee that needs to be paid. That license fee, the fee itself will go to the Women's Premier League.
Okay. Which is good.
Which
Kama
is really good.
kama pia ladies wanna get sponsorship and fit.
So the ladies football really struggles, but
Yeah,
the women
struggle.
do our country proud.
Yeah.
The Harambee Starlets are an amazing team. We applaud you.
Yeah.
However, the remaining amount of money, so if you minus 20 from 144, you'll get roughly like 76. Then you remove approximately 12 million. Then the remainder, we will have to get the prize money for the winner from that money.
Okay.
You'll have to get the funds to pay the officials, the match coms,
Yeah.
the referees, and also the branding of the league, the staff of the league. I'm guessing that's what they'll do with the remainder of the money.
Okay.
So
operational
million
costs.
Yeah, just basically operational costs. So you remain with 64 million shillings to do the operational costs, hypothetically speaking. And this is not the actual breakdown, but I'm just thinking this is what they're gonna do, the 64 million. So if you break it down, Bado, this to 20 million is not enough.
So for the ladies, do we have an actual number or tuna try to speculate?
Number in terms of
For the sponsorship for the ladies?
sponsorship, they don't have a sponsor at the moment.
Okay. E-Pesa?
But FIFA sends money
Okay.
to FKF for the women's football.
Alright.
So, so it aids. So this one is a supplement.
Okay.
So before
How
they
much
get,
is the supplement?
This supplement is going to be roughly 12 million. if I'm
Is
not
it
wrong.
signed and the numbers clear?
We're going by what Nick told us.
Okay.
But anyway,
As it is,
So-
hypothetically, from what he said, from that speech, it was a good.
Okay.
It was a good deal.
Because
for me, I have a problem with the deal in terms of the sharing of the 8 million. Like, ukiangalia KPL, it shouldn't be every club being given 8 million. Because ukiangalia team ka Gor, they shouldn't get 8 million. There's a certain calculation that should be made where the top teams get a higher amount and these lesser teams get a lesser amount of money. Because if you look at it, me kikiwa KPL, I know I'm assured of 8 million, so I wouldn't fight for those top positions. So it should be maybe top 4 gets a certain higher amount compared to those teams
Yeah,
that
I
are
think
competitive.
that one is going to come when it comes to the rewarding of at the end of the
at the end of the season.
Yeah,
depending
but
on
still,
how you
if
finish
you look
the
at
season.
other leagues, even the TV right deals, they're not given at kila team inapewa this certain
TV
amount
right
of
bro
money.
inakaa kuna ile app.
Lakini lakini mimi hapo Imran mimi na disagree. Acha wazee wapewe do.
It
Kila
should
mtu
be-
ajipange.
But
Hapana.
yeah,
It should
it will
Look,
also increase the
ukipea
competition.
Gor 15 yeah, because the champions upe number 2 is certain amount. Ule mzee wa Chema atakam game. Will they be able to get to the games?
Yeah, cause
Out of
sasa
the game.
unajua you to increase the level of competition. Cause sasa Chemo watakuwa na fight for those top
But hii
positions.
8 million in my opinion itakuwa tu cover costs za kwenda games. Sio do.
Yeah, of course,
Sio mo-
cause
so-
running a club even a month.
Yeah,
is
so hiyo 8 million
like
together.
5-6 million.
8 million acha tuklape Nick na tumwambie wazee wacha ligi chezo. Try tuko place mbaya sana. So hiyo do at least imetusongesha mbele. Okay, labda numbers haziko clear but we don't care. Wacha hiyo 8 million ikuwe disbursed.
Yeah, the first
Yeah, man. Wacha wazee
installment
waendelee.
is going to be paid on Tuesday. So
Kila team iko na basi.
so
Hapana,
so
hiyo
we're gonna know if this deal is legit once
Clubs
Tuesday
wameget down.
reaches.
Okay.
So let's find out on Tuesday. Then in the next episode we'll talk about whether FKF got the money or not, if the clubs got the money or not. Also, in that deal, there was a lot of secrecy, or it wasn't too clear in terms of how the league is going to be broadcasted.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't have a broadcast partner for the league as it is right now. Previously, we did have a sport. We had Super Sport. Then after Super Sport, Radio Africa came through Bamba Sport for around 6 months. And then after that, we had Media Pro. Media Pro was just shooting, but they don't have a TV channel. So they were airing the games on YouTube and also on KTN News. Was it KTN News?
KTN burudani. Nakumbuka Rea Kenya.
Yeah,
KTN
they
burudani.
also burudani.
Hawa sasa KTN burudani games iko down bana.
So we had those. That's how the game was being aired, and also on Facebook. Now we don't have a partner as it is right now. So Nick said the games will be aired on an app that is going to be created. I don't know if it's been created or not.
He said it was ready.
Yeah. So you'll be able to purchase the app, purchase or download, not too sure, on Play Store. The question is, he talked about paying 200 shillings to watch a game. 200 shillings is a lot of money, in my view, to watch a KPL game. The only game that I can pay for 200 bob is played twice a year, twice in a season. That's between Gor and AFC. Most people can pay 200 bob to watch that game.
Yeah.
But apart from that, nah, I don't think we'll pay 200 bob to watch Leeds versus Nzoia. No hard feelings. I mean, I'm just being logical here. You guys are a great team. I'm sorry if it came out wrongly, but I can't pay 200 bob for Leeds versus Nzoia.
Okay, Elijah, for me.
And furthermore, hapa kijiji, hapa mtaani, we pay 50 bob kwenda kuona game ya Manchester City na Liverpool. Elijah, even my video watching games, unajua?
Yeah.
For me, I think it comes down to two things. I think I can see what he's trying to do, but I think he's going about it the wrong way. If you're looking to get the middle class or upper middle class interested in football, fine, you build an app, but you don't put it on the Play Store. You put it on the iOS platform, because those are the guys you're looking at who have the income. So on an iPhone, probably, akona rwabe anaweza spend the ice cream too.
But you said there'll be an app for iOS and Android.
Just put it on iOS, don't put it on Android.
So you
most of the
believe
guys
it
have
yourself?
Android.
No, not most of them. I have an iPhone myself.
Yeah, but I have an Android, and if I want to watch
Majority
it,
of Kenyans have
But
Android.
the person you're targeting to pay this money, who has the income, is probably an iOS user. You're not guys who use Android phones. It could be anywhere from $30.
about discrimination.
Yeah,
I'm serious. When
Yeah.
I'm serious. No,
How many?
nasema tu kweli. If you go to any tech platform, when you're targeting middle class, you do your applications for iOS. If you
But-
sell it that way, it makes commercial
but the
sense.
big question
Okay, what
is-
would hurt if you created both platforms? It would actually be more sales for him.
I don't think kila msako Android anzalipa hiyo tu so.
That's your own thing.
Yeah, but
for me, I
the
don't think
fee
so.
itself is too high. Let's agree on that first.
It depends on who you're targeting.
Kwanza hiyo app itashow game zote.
Yeah.
Now
all
the
matches
now
will
the
be
problem. Here's another conundrum.
Are you sure?
Here's
Okay,
another
according to
conundrum.
him, all the
All
9
matches
matches will
will
be
be
live.
so live.
So unaweza watch Ingwe wakiwa
Yeah, but now
Sony.
the quality.
Huko hivyo Nzoia.
But now we don't have a broadcast partner, so the quality is going to vary. That's number one, because I don't think there's any media house that can shoot all the games in top
Impossible.
HD quality.
In my opinion, I think wanafaa get broadcast partner. Juu ball si players hiyo ndo place tuna market ball yetu. Video za Super Sport zenye mimi nilikuwa nazo ziko better than hizi za KTN burudani zenye hazo wanataka kutuwekea. And if you send the video ya KTN burudani kwa agent, maze anakwambia it's a bad video, so it's not clear, so they need to get a sponsor. Prezo get sponsored, tusaidie jo. That's all.
So we have to get a sponsor. However, now we see the
Lazima.
problem is that I don't know if there's any media which has a capacity to shoot all these games, because now the quality is going to be in question.
Yeah,
Quality of this of the okay. For example, if Mad Good has the capacity to shoot good quality videos, okay.
Yeah.
But what about another media company that comes along?
Shida na Mad
Can they
God.
shoot at high quality?
Issue na Mad God na Kenyan companies. Sasa ukiwa Gor Mahia TV, wakipewaga league, job inarudi down. Yeah, juu wamezoea kududu one game a week. Sasa tunataka every week kuna double header, tunataka Saturday na Sundays we have like maybe 6 games live. So they'll need to get more staff, which is quite better. Or facilities quite better. But the partner lazima kuwe partner too serious. FKF inafaa tu iende get partner. Kama umege deal ya 1.2 billion chini ya maji then Super Sport inaweza. Okay, that's my opinion.
My take on that is that most KPL fans are used to free games. Tumezoea kuona game hapo KTN burudani, KTN news, Facebook live, Facebook live and YouTube. So for me to pay 200 for a game, one game, well,
And 1.5.
for me to watch one game for 200, that's too much. I think amejaribu kutumia the thinking of Azam TV, because Azam pia wanakuwa na app where they
Also
watch
Prime Video.
Yeah, but as in we look at our neighbors, where at least we can adapt one or two things. So Azam Sports, they show your games at TPL, but Tanzania wanapenda ball yao. Kenya we don't like our football. Like vile Ogutu amesema, most people don't watch because of the quality. Unapata vile umesema game ya Nzoia na Chemo, it won't be as interesting. Ni only maybe Mashemeji Derby where I'll be able to pay that 200. So for me, I think you should put it for free, then advertisers ndo cover your cost ya 200 for me to watch a game. That's my take.
Yeah, I think maybe that way.
Good idea.
Mimi sitaki game kwa app. Later games kwa Super Sport.
Yeah, because now the problem is you're paying that 200 bob to watch the game, but you haven't factored in the bundles and Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
If you don't have Wi-Fi, then what next? You have to use bundles, right?
The only league,
It's gonna be expensive.
the only league we can watch kwa app, English Premier League, kama uko majuu, ama Champions League, and you live in Europe. That's the only way you can watch ball kwa app. Wezi niambia mzee anaweza ingia kwa app kwa watch game ya KPL. It's impossible.
So you think the idea is ahead of its time?
The idea is a good idea, but it's ahead of its time.
Maybe not for everyone.
Not in Africa.
Maybe if you charge the 200 shillings, then you get like a seasonal subscription. Then it makes sense.
But what if you pay a subscription
200,
fee of 200 the whole
Then
season?
you can watch all the
Actually,
games. Perfect. I
issue
don't
si
have a
hata
problem.
hiyo Rwabe. Mimi sina issue na Rwabe. Hiyo Rwabe iko sawa. Hata ukiweka 5 ni sawa. But how many guys wako na internet? Kuingia kwa hiyo app coach game. Unaweka tu wase nje, bado tu wase wataenda pale saa tu wase wamechill. Wanaona EPL ndio hii hapa. Hii yetu tunaingia kwa net. It's not possible. Wase wenye wako mfans wenye wako Western. Hizi counties tofauti zingine zenye haziko kama Nairobi. I don't think tumemake kwa hiyo biashara ya app.
So in the deal, we also have Super 16. Super 16 is 8 teams from the KPL and 8 teams from the NSL. Actually, if you ask me, I don't know why we would have a Super 16. One for more to watch Europa, to watch two Champions League, top 8 peke yake.
Yeah, hata mimi na support hiyo. Nafaa
Yeah.
tupe top 8. Pia unafaa weke top 8 ya NSL. It will be good. Hiyo ya ku fix Go TV, I think ina do hiyo job ya ku bring the two leagues together.
Yeah,
But wezi ambia Liverpool play na Luton kwa top 8. Utawapata kwa League Cup, kwa FA Cup na Carabao Cup. Yeah, so it doesn't atumnid tena kwa tona nyingine. But good idea so ita expose players pia wenye wako NSL. Tuone hizo teams zao wenye zinaweza cheza na hizo teams ziko up. So it's okay. Ingekuwa different but sawa. I don't mind it.
For me, I support your Super 16. I think it's a very good tournament. It increases level of competition in KPL and NSL. So teams in NSL would want to finish in the top 8. KPL would also want to finish in the top 8. I don't agree with Eli's opinion at the 8 teams in NSL in a water down the competition. No, because ukiangalia hata like the Betway Cup, teams za NSL hupiga teams za KPL, so it doesn't mean that at number 8 or NSL is much better than number 8 or KPL. So in increase the level of competition. One, NSL teams will also get to have at least some money aside, and also Betway Cup is still the same thing. Bado kuna teams za NSL. So for me it's like a tournament. Yeah, there's an FA Cup for Kenya and there's a Carabao Cup for Kenya. So FA Cup ni hiyo Betway Cup, Carabao Cup ni sai 16. 16. And also in South Africa kuna hiyo Telkom 16 or something. Yeah, Telkom Cup.
Yes, in top 8, ni kama top 8.
Yeah, in top 8, but 16 teams from the Premiership, Absa Premiership. So for me it's a good thing.
Teams from the
Absa Premiership. Hakuna hiyo NFD.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because say, why are you giving privilege to teams that are 8th in the NSL and there are teams which are 9th in the KPL that are better?
It doesn't mean they are better. This is football.
No. Listen,
this is football, man.
Hapana Imran.
On paper it's better.
The top 18 teams in the KPL, the 18 teams in the KPL are the best teams on the land in that season.
Yeah. On paper they are the best teams.
Yes, hypothetically speaking.
When was the last time
why are you giving a team which is 8th, okay, in an NSL privilege to play with that Gor Mahia?
I'll ask you a simple
and it's
question.
not the FA Cup.
I'll ask you a simple question. Why should we try question na ni question? Sikia kwanza hili. Why? When was the last time Gor ilishinda hiyo nini?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. But they're the best team in the land. Kama ndio yako
for a while.
Imechezwa. It's been every season.
Let me ask you. When was the last time an NSL team won the President's Cup? That's the good edition.
Imekuwa ni kitambo.
Imran.
We don't even know. That's what I'm telling you.
But Nakumatt walifika finali. Yeah? Nakumatt walifika finali wakiwa NSL. Wakicheza na Bandari.
Walipiga bomo.
Haikuwa bomo. Ilikuwa 2-1 or something. I don't remember, but ilikuwa less than a 1 goal margin.
Sasa Nakumatt itaendaje kucheza Premier League?
Walikuwa NSL, Nakumatt walikuwa NSL at that time. Hiyo time Nakumatt walikuwa na do mbaya pale NSL.
But Nakumatt
okay. But what I'm just trying to say, yeah? Why are we giving privilege to teams that are in the NSL? So it's better to play in the NSL and finish in top 8, okay, than play in the KPL and finish number 9.
Apana, these things you have to earn it early.
Yes, that's the point. You have a very good point. You have to earn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Earn it through being in the KPL and through finishing top 8.
Next we take a 32.
Okay,
Regional tournament
Apana.
Ndio 32 not 32 teams.
To be honest,
32 iko kwa Betway Cup.
To be honest, it doesn't make sense kama tutaika ile nini Lugo. Tenerife is in Real because Tenerife kwa 8th kwa Segunda. Na Vasito. Hiyo already in Atletico Madrid. Kuna ni maokova tu. Siko ubaya na wase wa NSL. Ligi iko fiti. Lakini number 10 wa NSL hawezi piga hii kitu kwa hiyo.
Wakati ufike huko juu.
Hiyo actually wanaongeka top 8. Waongeze do.
Really good tournament.
Na ikuwa good tournament. Yeah. Na do ikuwe fiti. Then wase wakado wapande.
Yeah.
Even though okay, my opinion is
competition because these are the 8 best teams in the league.
Okay, no. According to your argument early, a team that is 8th in the National Super League cannot beat a team that is 9th in the KPL.
No, I'm trying to say
that's your argument.
They shouldn't be given the privilege.
Yes, your privilege.
But because it's a privilege that unanyima team ya number 9 KPL.
Yeah.
Then what is the point of playing in the KPL? What's the point?
Ulinzi of course among the top 8.
Hata kwa hii argument kuna ndio tukiwa City Stars tulikuwa na nganga huwa kwa wazito. Under 23 iliitwa mazia tu kukua. Waliita wase wa national so tulikuwa shindwa. So wale wase wa NSL wako fiti kutuliko ama sisi tunacheza top league ya Kenya. The same point.
Yeah.
Hizo team kutoka 9th mpaka the bottom half ya KPL watafilaje kama wale wase which is anyway washachora hiyo link.
Okay, unajua
ni sawa.
You know what you're saying? Jamzana kuna wase wengine wa abroad wanaitwa but they are not deserving, si ndio?
Yeah.
That's the same thing. KPL pia kuna wase wako top tier but they are not deserving. Kuna wase wako NSL wako
Pia
fit.
the other
The
other side of this coin ni mbona uitwe NSL kucheza top 16 na KPL teams wanaweza ikiwa top 8 au fight kuingia kwa hizi top 8 teams. To be honest NSL only 1 or 2 teams wako fit. Honestly, siko ubaya spendi ball ya Kenya. Quality wise only 1 or 2 teams wako fit, bro.
But
hata kama ni fan NSL aje.
Hivi venye unado 6 teams wako poa.
Tukifika tukiangalia kama Imran, then next time tutasema top 32. Tutaingia county league. Tuna water down football.
Hakuna water down football. Leo ni ku increase the level of competition between two leagues. Una increase NSL na una increase KPL. Kwa sababu watu watakuwa fight mwanzo top 8.
Make a top 8 for NSL, make a top 8 for KPL, then the winners can meet.
Money itatoka wapi kurani?
See, you can hiyo inaenda kwa top 16.
There are many betting companies that can sponsor that.
Yeah,
if you want to increase the competition, maybe the bottom 8 of the KPL and the top.
Kuna mse sana anataka kuona hiyo yenye umeona.
Hiyo ndio because the top 8 they are on
Elijah. Usitoka kwa nyumba unaenda kuona game ya Burnley na who is that? Na Derby. Nobody wants to see that ever.
Angalia Bundesliga wasio relegate wanaenda wapi? Si kuna playoff. Timu yenye inatoka KPL inacheza playoff ya wale wanakam. Yeah. So wazee wanatoka nini unacheza na wao ndio. KPL pia wako na hivyo. So inaweza weza, hiyo ni tuna fiti. 4 teams. Kuna do, wazee watakufanya do. Na itakuwa fiti for everyone.
Unataka Gor bana. Gor anacheza na Al Ahly. Zamalek.
Why nasema
okay, Carabao Cup, what's the criteria of Carabao Cup?
Hiyo ni cup ya Adams.
Si pia
Adams wanacheza hiyo.
Listen,
Carabao Cup is
kuna
in
FA
England.
Cup. Kuna
in England and France.
Yeah.
It's only there.
Yeah, iko tu.
Yeah, but
nani Adams wanacheza
and how many coaches keep on saying what's the point of having this cup, this EFL Cup?
Yeah, injuries tu ndio ina.
Lakini Imran,
hizo ni timu kubwa.
Imran, imagine top 8 ya NSL yenye iko na do. Nimepeleka hiyo league juu. Juu competition itaenda. Hebu imagine Black Stars tunajua tukiingia top 8 tunaenda. Na do kwa hiyo tunaona tukicheza finali.
That's amazing. That's the way we
okay,
see.
That's how mimi
That's the way
budget.
I see. But also, we can just tell us what you think about it. Super 16 or top 8 for NSL, top 8 for KPL. Tell us in the comment section below. Okay guys, let's continue with the conversation. We're still in the local news and in the local news, the big team in Kenya, the champions Gor Mahia, are going to sign 7 players. The coach, Stephen Pollack, has talked about signing 2 top strikers. Most of them will be local players. However, the guys, also some players will be leaving. We have this talk that Kenneth Muguna will be leaving the club, maybe to go to Petro Atletico of Angola or Simba in Tanzania. I don't know how true that is. Not yet. We have scanty information as it is right now. Then we have Josh Onyango. The defender, top defender that guy is.
Berlin Wall.
Yes, the Berlin Wall. Josh Onyango is a Kenyan player who dyed his hair white during the African Cup of Nations. 26 years young, man. But we all know that. Let me not even comment on that. But we also have several players whose contracts will be ending in December. Where we have Boniface Omondi, we have Dixon Ambundo, if I'm not wrong. We have Nicholas Kipkirui, Charles Momani. These are players who have been pivotal in the past 2-3 years in Gor Mahia, and losing them would be a big blow to Gor Mahia from my point of view. I don't know about you guys though.
Imran ndo anaanza hizo za local. Mimi fan wa Gor.
Okay, for me, Gor Mahia signings out of late, they've not been impact signings. Ukiangalia when the 2019-2020 season started, they signed 18 players, and out of those 18 players, none of them was a regular starter. Like ukiangalia hizo the season that ended prematurely, most of the guys that played were there the previous season. See how 18 players walikuwa signed. Ukiangalia watu kama kina Yikpe, they were sold. Watu kama kina Maurice Ojuang, they were sold. Tobias Otieno was a good signing, was sold. So Gor Mahia of late imekuwa selling club, and if you are selling club, you need to make money from this sales. But of late ni maybe Tuisenge ndo ameleta do pale Gor, kina Kahata wameenda on a free transfer.
Tusimbi ileta do pia.
Yeah, walusimbi but hatujui kama hiyo do iliingia kwa account.
Ya Gor ama
Ya Gor cause
ama ya Rachel.
okay, mimi sita comment hapo lakini hatujui kama hiyo do ilifikia Gor because there was a time Rachel alisema the Kaizer Chiefs are not paid the money in full. So Gor, if they want to become a selling club of selling top players, they need to make money from these signings. But unapata maybe kuna kongana talks of cartels pale Gor wanakuambia hey, run down your contract ukiuzwa your sign on fee tutakula. So that needs to stop, man. We need to make money from these signings. We need to sign young players who will be impact players. Now young players tukiwa sign, they need to play there for 2-3 seasons. And if they are playing for 1 season, sell them for a good amount of money. Like Tobias Otieno, hatujui ndio ngapi alikuwa sold for. We need to like make these things public. Not a club tukisema at the end of the season we're looking at our books, it becomes easier to attract a sponsor because unaambia look, we sold this guy for this amount of money and this is how we attract fans when we attract teams because okay, those are the things that sponsors wanaangalia. So for me, sign these 7 players but wakuwe young, wakuwe people who will impact the league and wakuwe pia watu watakuwa mainstays. Si hata unasign mtu tu unamsign mtu kama like Maurice Ojuang unamsign for maybe 6 months achezi anarudi tena Stima. Doesn't make sense.
Okay. Due to time, let's continue with the conversation. And now we want to focus on Stars Abroad segment. Imran, what do you have in store for us this week?
So take it away.
Yeah, okay. Take it away.
Okay, Stars Abroad this week. It hasn't been a good week for Kenyans because most of their teams have been losing and also some of the Kenyans that are in the active leagues that are playing right now during the pandemic are injured. Joseph Okumu is injured. Eric Marcelo is injured. Okumu plays for Elfsborg in Sweden. Eric Marcelo plays for AEK in Sweden still, the top tier league. But the good news is Handwala Bwana, who plays for Seattle Sounders, scored in the 2-1 loss to Chicago Fire in the MLS. Victor Wanyama played. He plays for Montreal Impact. They are still yet to win post-pandemic. And they lost, I think it was 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3.
Yeah, to Toronto FC, and he played as a centre back in that game. I think
About 3.
yeah, Thierry Henry Kidogo.
He actually plays it.
But he praised him in a loss, man. Praise him got tumeshinda.
He's a midfielder, then playing as a centre back. That's good.
Then he's number 10 in the national team.
Yeah.
Number 10 pale.
No, but actually, when he went to Belgium, he was a number 10. He left as a number 10.
Yeah, but he's better as a 6.
Yeah, clearly.
So if you have to know that
Now,
he plays 12.
Could be better
Actually,
than
did
number
Jack and
10.
Yeah, but anyway, back to Stars Abroad. Ayub Time played. He came in the second half substitute, 72nd minute in the 2-1 loss to Middlesbrough. Clark Odor, who plays for Burnley, the championship is still yet to play. For bench most of the games. In Sweden, yeah, Burnley.
Yeah.
In Sweden, there's a team called Vasaland in the 4th division, I think. It's called Division 2 in Sweden, but it's the 4th tier league. Anthony Mambani amekuwa akicheza. I think on Saturday alicheza first half, then he got subbed in the second half. Then I think around Thursday midweek fixture, alicheza for about 62 minutes akatolewa. Ovela didn't play this week, plays in the same team. Then there's a team I'm forgetting.
Oh, by the way, Nani, Amos Nodi also has been playing in the, in the
Georgian Premier League.
Yeah, his team is actually.
And Olunga, they've been poor post-pandemic. After football has been resumed, they haven't won a game. Olunga is yet to score, but amecheza 90 minutes. I think they are playing on Saturday against Shonan.
Yeah, Shonan.
Yeah. Last Saturday they lost 3-1 to Kashima Antlers, so it's been a bleak return for them in the J1 league because last season they were in the J2 league and they won the league, got promoted to the J1 league. But we hope this coming week will be a good week for Kenyans.
Yes, we do hope so. And also, this week the Zambian league is resuming. However, the teams that are going to be playing from now until the 1st of August are the teams that have been in hand. So Bilcon is one of them. I think we do have a team in there. What's his name?
Yeah.
Bilcon, yeah. Oh,
There was Cliff Heso, who's now at
and yes. But we do have several Kenyans in the Zambian league. So match day 26 is going to resume from the 1st of August, and we have several players playing the street there, especially in Zesco. And in Zesco we have Jisiwere, Makwata, then we have Kalabako, in Kanga we have Shakava, Musa Mohammed, Duncan Tino.
But was Shakava released because he's still in Kenya?
Yeah, even Musa is still in Kenya. We'll talk to them just to find out if they're still playing their trade there. And so several other players.
Still in Zesco, we have Ian Otieno.
Yes, and Ian Otieno, the goalkeeper, the current Harlem Stars number 1, if I may say.
Yeah.
Yes, he's in Zesco, and Victor Majid is also in Zambia. And there's a player, forget Tololo, Andrew Tololo is also in Zambia. So those are
Duncan Otieno.
yes.
Former FC Leopards coach.
So those are the several players still playing the trade in Zambia. So guys, we wish you the best. And let's continue the conversation here. And now we want to shift gears and enter the transfer zone. Okay, and now we want to head into the transfer zone. The transfer zone, not much is happening, but we can confirm that Jude Bellingham has finally sailed his move to Borussia Dortmund from Birmingham City. And the other deal that is going to happen very soon is a Liverpool deal between Liverpool and Bayern Munich, and this will involve Thiago Alcantara. Ray, what's your thought on that move? You seem to be happy, man.
Yeah, because Alcantara is one of the best midfielders in the world right now. Hakuna player kama Thiago, in my opinion. Okay, there are very many creative players, but Ako in his prime. He's 28 right now. Proven. Yeah, so I think it add a lot to our midfield. I can't wait for that to happen. I think you're going to buy jersey.
Yeah, I told Fando Dama 6,000.
No, buy jersey England. Kuna parade.
But
parade.
on Ray's comment, I think KDB is a tennis player. If you can, if you can say Thiago Alcantara is the best midfielder, nah.
Yeah. Okay, in my opinion, I think KDB. Amecheza positions mob, so for me Thiago Alcantara.
But they're not the same players.
They're not the same players, yeah.
Yeah, but they're
KDB anapiga cross fit na mapena ama free kick.
No.
Msiwangu anapiga
But for me your transfer,
they're not the same players.
Your transfer lisikia kuna twist. Man you wameingilia.
Yeah, Manu is also
it's okay. That's the Europa League. Kuna pressure. No pressure.
350 Gs.
Sasa Jason ushaanza kuongelea maneno ya Euro.
Wacha. Concept. Tunapenda concept.
Look, there are only two choices for this guy. Either you go from Bayern to go and play with Matic, or the Europa League, or you go to play with the European champions, league champions, with Klopp.
Sasa ucheze na Pogba ama ucheze na Henderson?
Coaching pia ni important, man.
I mean, nicheze na Henderson. Pogba atanieka nje.
Pia, you think about it this way. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, does he have power? Like
so, in your view, it's either Klopp or Solskjaer.
Yeah, so it's not about Manuel Liverpool. It's just coaches. So I only coach. You go to play where you feel the coach will improve.
Tusiongelee De Bruyne and other midfielders. Inanisumbua. What that guy has done, he has changed the number 8 position. Tusiongelee sijui De Bruyne and please, what Roman you have Fred, McTominay, that other guy, I don't know McTominay or whoever he is. Let's work with that. De Bruyne, please. Sitaki kusikia.
Unafaa kuambia wamsema.
Sasa
no, Thiago is fine, he's a midfielder. Atuongelee De Bruyne.
Tuongelee De Bruyne na Thiago, tunaweza kale all day.
Hatutaki usilete hata story.
Tunaweza kale all day.
Please.
You do know that KDB also played in the Bundesliga.
He played as a winger.
The highest record assist.
As a winger.
Before Muller.
Broke it.
It's okay.
As a winger. So this is a player who has been there, done that.
They're not
and tested.
For me, they're not the same players.
Exactly.
But let's give each one of them their responsibility.
Yeah. Well, I think KDB edges it because of what he's done for that City team.
And also Wolfsburg.
Yeah. But where for Thiago getting injured, playing for Barcelona, akona something different quite.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, mwezi mweka nje. Haizi enda mani kuza Matic. I'm afraid. McTominay. No, bro. Utaharibu career bana. Manu utaharibu career.
Okay, sawa. There's also a transfer. It's not a new signing, but contract negotiations between Neymar and PSG are currently ongoing. What do you think about that?
Good for football.
Yeah?
Fantastic.
I know.
Good for football.
You really happy about that.
Astoke, maze akae tu. That's my opinion. Astoke. You just stay there. what he did at Barca was great. I don't think he should go back.
So you think he should just
Yeah, I think he should stay at PSG.
stay at PSG and create his own team?
Just
Own his
enjoy his
the
money
PSG team.
and enjoy what football has given back to you. But
this
there's
guy
nothing
was
he's going to
paying us
do.
staggering there. Was it £500,000 a week?
Yeah. Let
So
him get
if you're gonna
700,000 now. Yeah, that's where
So
we're
if you're
at.
gonna extend his contract, definitely you're gonna add his pay. So 700,000 a week.
You know one thing I love
What's
about
the team, man?
this team of ours, we have people who watch football from very many perspectives, and I really talk to Ray a lot, particularly about football. And every time I bring up Neymar, the conversation is the same. Wacha lipwe mazee.
But for me, it's a good deal. It's a good deal, but in the wrong league. Wrong league.
So where do you want him to go then?
That's a farmer. Go to where you can prove yourself.
Where? That's the question.
Enda Real Madrid. Go
Real they
to.
have Hazard.
Still, enda Real Madrid. Enda Juventus. Go to a top team. Go to Liverpool.
Ama kama Arsenal.
Okay.
Unaharibu Kongo. Actually, umeharibu Kongo.
Lakini kama ni Juve,
For more jokes,
Abigail.
kwani ni tunaenda kucheza nyundo?
Lakini to be honest, what Imran has said is true. Hata mimi feel mzee anafaa ende atoke place up yuko aishie maybe Real or somewhere that mzee tutamwacha akipiga, because I think for me is the best player in the world. Sahi Messi ashazeeka. Tuachane na Messi. Mzee ndo anachukua hii world. Kama tunaenda kucheza game ya world mzee atakuwa. It's amazing, but he should move.
All right, now we're entering Europe, and in Europe there's a hot topic at the start of the week, and that is Manchester City. Their 2-year ban in the UEFA Champions League and Europa competitions has been overturned by the CAS, and there's a lot of controversy in that ruling. Gentlemen, let me start with this Manu fella here. Imran, you guys had hopes of qualifying for number five. But
It's funny because
alikuwa anasema ban ndio strategy ya kwenda UCL yani.
We have an array of options. Tuko na Europa, tuko na top 4 bado tuko goal difference.
Actually, you guys, your best option for me, if you ask me, was that finishing in number 5.
Hapana.
Because if you look at
rahisi. Hiyo ni critics. Yes, good job.
because you guys just bottled it against the Southampton. These guys are bottlers, man.
What? You can talk about kwanza heli. We are not bottlers. We are not bottlers.
hata mimi nilikuwa
Listen,
Soto wako na club mwingine.
Ah.
yaani huwezi piga Soto.
Tulia tumalize history ya kubottle. Tulia tumalize history ya kubottle. Hapana. Don't call us bottlers when you're not bottlers. What is the meaning of bottling?
Bottling, what you did against
Control.
Define a bottle.
Yeah? You had the
games that you need to.
you were leading the game at the 90th minute. Then in the additional time, you bottled it. You didn't get the maximum.
Before resumption of football, tulikuwa how many points behind Leicester?
Definition and bottling ni kuwin games zenye unafaa win but unazi lose because of mistakes.
Okay, do you know in our last 5 games, hizo Soton, hizo Aston Villa, hizo Watford,
Umechapa zote.
hatukuwa tuna win in the reverse fixture first leg. We didn't win those games.
Amkuwin,
Yeah, but and now we've won. Now unatuita bottlers how?
When you needed to win, you didn't.
Skia. Bado tuko in the race and the bottle bado.
If you won that
Still
game,
in our hands.
you won that game.
It's still in our, because we're playing Leicester.
Yeah,
The final game is still in our hands.
If you won that game, ingekuwa different. I think you're sema
Nilikuwa
bottlers.
mbele.
Next thing, you're gonna play
That's
West
not
Ham.
bottling.
But you're gonna play West Ham. We don't know about West Ham. West Ham can upset you guys. Okay?
Yeah.
Hapana,
Kama
there's-
Soto
Like,
tu.
yeah.
There's a reason why we
There's a-
signed David Moyes in 2013. Atatupatia hiyo game. David Moyes tulimsign as a
Mulimchuja
game.
in the first year of the contract, 7-year contract. Mulimchuja in the first year.
Walimpea 7-year contract.
Hapana.
I still think it was wrong. Adrian Januzaj would have been the best player in the world.
Bro, hata nikaongeza contract.
Sikia. Unajua mbona Alex Ferguson
Was it a
ali
7-year contract or a 5-year contract? This was a long contract, man.
Sikia, there's a reason why Alex Ferguson brought David
Handpick
Moyes
this
to Man
guy. I
U.
remember the press. Handpick this guy.
Yeah,
All
of course.
options.
Moyes
The
alikuwa
chosen
na
one.
The chosen one.
Moyes alikuwa anamwachia magame Fagio anashinda. Tukamwambia wewe Moyes ni aje ukikama hapa Manu we'll be paying you for us to be either in the top 4 or win the league. Na sasa atatupatia hiyo top 4. Sasa kwa West Ham.
Man City ban.
Okay, Man City ban. I don't sioni big deal hapo. That was something expected. Hata Gary Neville alikuwa amesema hivyo kitambo. Hiyo ni something expected because hakuna big team ishaikuwa banned in the Champions League. PSG, they were facing the same
But
problem.
is City a big team? I mean, in the Champions League. If you talk about in the Champions League context, is it a big team?
Okay, in terms of history, it's not a big team, but in financial power, unaangalia financial muscle.
So
These guys, PSG wamekuwa in the same nini. AC Milan wamekuwa in the same boat. City now, as in hawajai kuwa banned, but ukiangalia team kama kina Malaga kuna time walikuwa face na hiyo FFP na walikuwa banned. If you're a small team, watakuban.
You see, the problem that I'm having is that you can break the rules and then just get fined 10 million.
Yeah, as in twist UEFA and it's a slap on the wrist. For me, it's not fair, but what can you do, man?
It's really bad. I mean, for real.
Why is
Because
it bad
that means
though, like
any
that? Why is it
other
bad?
team. Any other team.
It's
can
bad
say-
because I can invest my money and make it a big team just because of my money.
Yeah.
Not
Those
because-
are,
then-
those are the cards that life dealt you. Why should you not have hide your money?
It should be a fair playing ground.
No.
They-
Life's not fair.
Apana.
Why should it be fair?
The reason why these guys
It should be a fair playing ground because-
weren't banned was because of something called the CS said it was time barred. So it was past the duration which it was supposed to be investigated. It's not that they didn't go against the rules of FFP. They did. And UEFA actually said that they said there was insufficient evidence. Not that there was no evidence. So they did go against the rules.
Okay,
And they were fined for
let me-
for giving a
let me
UEFA
explain
hard
my
time.
reasoning. They breached FFP, and so many teams have done it for so many years. That's why I'm saying, for me, I
But
don't
some
want
of the teams,
City.
for example,
I don't want City out
you
of the
guys-
Champions League.
You guys were banned. Sindio?
I don't want City out of the
Chelsea
Champions
were
League.
banned.
I don't want City out of the Champions League for one reason. I like watching competitive football. You say the Premier League is the best league in the world. I want to see the best players in the best league. There are other clubs in other top leagues around Europe that can compete. I think that banning City would have been not something necessarily easy, but for me, it would have made the Champions League a bit less exciting. For me personally.
But that's the reason why they are being banned because you sign
Mbona tutoe
players.
City
You
kwa
sign
champion?
players to make
City
it
iko karibu
entertaining.
kutoa Real. Mbona tuwatoe kwa nini?
City ni nani bana?
City
If
unasema
they have
nini?
gone against the law, they have gone against
No.
the law. Afai kuchagua.
No,
kabisa.
hizi laws mazee tumeleta tu juzi juu kuna wasee hakuna mzee anataka kubuy club yao wanalia. That's the reality. If you have money, spend it. Mimi naona hivyo. I don't see why billionaires wasichukue.
All right, we're done with that Manchester City story, and now we just want to congratulate the two teams that have made history in some way. Real Madrid have won the 34th La Liga title. We have to congratulate them. They have been really good this season. At some point, they were nowhere in the fight for the title, but somehow they managed to galvanize themselves and they got their title race up and going, and they managed to win it. Pre-COVID, they were behind Barcelona. I think it was 2 points. Then post-COVID, they managed to win 10 games on the bounce, man. Absolutely amazing. Zinedine Zidane, we have to give him credit. Absolutely, he's been good, immaculate. If I may say, immaculate is the right word. Yeah.
Imekuwa fiti. Pia keeper, wale sign keeper from Chelsea. He had a first bad season, but this year amecheza poa. Amekuwa, I think amefunga only 20 goals with the
18.
15 clean sheets. So yeah.
18.
Yeah, he's been very good. So our players play poa. Nilicheki tweet Arturo Vidal alikuwa ameka tweet before. I think walikuwa +1 point. Walikuwa 1 point ahead of Real. So when Real win, Cruz alienda hapo aka retweet na aka comment +34. It was amazing. Kwa poa, Real wako poa.
Yeah, for me, I think Real have been amazing. And one thing, the reason behind it is, Real are a very good cup team. In a tournament, they'll win it. Kuangalia Champions League 3 times in a row, they're a very good tournament team. And I think that's the reason why we won La Liga, because wamechukulia this last 9 or so games that it is a tournament. Tukishinda every game, tutashinda La Liga. And that's what they did. And Real Madrid, I think they didn't sign a lot of players in the summer. They only signed Ferland Mendy, Militao,
Jovic.
Hazard,
Jovic.
Jovic, and ukiangalia the team that played this season, none of those players played like 15 games or more.
Maybe Mendy.
Not 15 games or more. But what I'm trying to say is, I only stick to their core. Kina Modric, Kina Kroos, Kina Benzema, Sergio Ramos. Those are the guys who played. Kina Carvajal. And ukiangalia age, these guys are beyond 30. And walikuwa able to play week in, week out, midweek, weekend, with this shift, which is truly amazing. And also Zidane, man. Oh, he's not the best tactician, but there's just something about him.
Yeah, we just have to
The aura, jamaa. Ukiangalia tactics, akuangi. Motivation pia, ukiangalia hizo problems za Bale, akuangi. He's not all that. He's not a world-class coach, but his performances are world-class. That's all I can say. Na pia, I think playing away from the Bernabeu and without fans pia imewasaidia, because mazee hapo inakuwa na pressure. If you look at these games, mazee, if they're playing Valencia 1-1, they'll be good and maybe they would have ended up losing those games. But they've been solid. I love kitu Papa amesema, not Papa, kitu Guto nani? Ray.
Sasa kupiga mimi.
Na a lot of back and forth na Papa, but kitu Ray amesema, their defense has been solid, man. 18 clean sheets, 18 goals conceded this season for Courtois. Wamekuwa amazing defensively, and Tufagia alisema, man, defense wins you titles, attack wins you games. And Benzema amekuwa pia amazing. I think amescore like 21 goals this season.
He's been immaculate, he's been very good.
Yeah, and nilikuwa naona
Every year.
nilikuwa naona their team. I think it's Eder Militao.
He scored 35 last season.
Eder Militao, they are like less than 4 players kwa hiyo squad yao. The less than 4 outfield players who have not scored. Everyone has scored in that team. And attack yao imekuwa poor, man, this season, because I think Benzema has around 21 goals, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, 21 goals, and the next attacker who has goals is Vinicius with 3 goals. Sergio Ramos is a defender but has 10 goals. So the attack, I think they need to strengthen the attack, because Benzema is old. Out in Vinicius and Kina Rodrigo, they still need time, so they need a good attacker. Now Jovic Pierre hasn't worked out. So next season they need to sign an attacker. But yeah, kudos. As an athletic fan, to secure Champions League, which is always our goal. But next season, La Liga will come in for you.
Nasema hivyo kila mwaka, bro.
Betting yetu ni draw, hata tupige zingine.
Draw. We haven't lost since February 1st. But bado for third. We have like 14 draws this season.
Usijali, bro. Next year pia 15 draws. Amtapagi wins.
All right. Another team that has really been remarkable this season has been Leeds United. They are back in the Premier League after 16 years, and as an Arsenal fan, I'm delighted they are back, simply because the last time they were in the Premier League, we managed to win the league. So you never know.
What do they take pride in? At the last time they were there to
Listen,
what the fuck is that, man?
I know why you're happy.
No, please. Hear me out.
Okay.
Labda walina na kismat yetu bana.
Now
this is the next season.
Wait, chatting. Let it chatting, bana. He has a lot of jokes.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Because now Bielsa is going to bring that meticulous plan to the league. So kuna draw kama 8. Liverpool, Tottenham, Man U.
He's a meticulous planning though.
However, niko na grudge na Leeds kwa sababu in the 1998-99 season, Arsenal finished 1 point behind Manchester United, and that 1 point. Okay, now if we won that game, and we could have finished 2 points ahead of Manchester United, and that game was the third last game of the season, and it was against Leeds United. We lost at Elland Road. So niko na beef na nyinyi.
Hata Leeds wapande man.
Yeah, but it's been a long time coming, man. This is the highest point ever amassed in the season.
Sasa bana Beza anaanza kucheka anaenda training grounds. Hapo juu anapanda ladder.
Spike it.
Huyo mzee ni mbaya. Good coach though.
Yeah, but at least they're back in the Premier League.
Takuwa poa.
Yeah, but me kitu nitazidi tu kusema man. God is blessing my enemies. Leeds is one of our biggest rivals na wamerudi ligi. Man.
Na usionge walai na kucheki.
Hayo ni mzigo wako inafuatwa cheki vizuri. Uko pale Sheffield.
Hapana,
Sheffield
bana. Sheffield ndio
mko na point ngapi?
Wolves, Sheffield.
Ani mko na point ngapi?
68 hapo.
Acha tukuache bana. Uko 59. Sheffield uko 58. Burnley uko 50. Hapo ndio wazee wako. Usijaribu kuepa wazee wako sasa hivi. Unaangalia current, unaangalia kwa ni league gani?
Haya,
Bora kusema Sheffield ni enemies wetu.
Mbaya. Wanachukua 3 points pale kwao. Na unachukua 3.
well, my levels will change.
The only thing that you have common with Sheffield is United. Nothing else.
Alright, guys. That is what we have for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. The Twitter handle is Friends of Football, man. There you get all the latest news that we post time and time again. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. Till next time, bye bye for now, guys. What do you have to say?
Sema kitu, usianze kubabaika na kupigwa na Arsenal nini? Timu gani hii?
The last time Liverpool is in the cup, walienda 4 games after winning the title without winning games. So Manu hata tuonekana za lose 4 games. Hawana kitu lakini nyamewin.
Sikia stats yenye anatupatia na party.
Yeah.
Anyway, sisi tunangoja kumaliza top 4. Nimeweka on tape. Tunamaliza tunaenda Champions League whether with top 4 or not.
Next year mimi naona Leeds top 6.
Utoboa.
Rest my case.
Asimani wanatoka.
All right.
Newcastle na Leeds.
That's the end of the podcast. Thank you very much, man. Till next time. Bye bye.